if you don't acknowledge that forced drugging and electrocution and arbitrary detention, that these things are not wrong, if you don't acknowledge that they're wrong, that they are wrong under international law. It is against human rights to do these things. So why is Australia doing these things? Why are people being held in psychiatric facilities and forcefully drugged? And why are there being studies done on these things against these people? The people who are involved don't want to be involved in this. They say no one mean it. There are 5,700 Victorians alone who go to the tribunal and say, no, I don't want this. Many of those people don't even get the chance to get a lawyer because there's not enough funding for lawyers to represent these people. And even when they do have a lawyer representing them, it's actually rare that they are able to stop the forced treatment. The treatment is then forced on them. And it is bad treatment. It is ill treatment. It is nasty treatment. It helps nothing. It shuts a person down. It shuts them up. So for a person who's been assaulted, who's then going to be assaulted in this way, where their body and mind and protest is shut down, I mean, what kind of democracy does that kind of thing? It's not a democracy. That is the most cruel, horrific way to shut down a human protest, to actually poison a person in this way. And it is poison. It is chemicals that are also labelled major tranquilizers. What do major tranquilizers do? Well, they switch off the dopamine, they gum up the dopamine receptors so that the person's motor skills, their thinking skills, they're all shut down, so they can't even walk around, they can't stand up for more than 5 minutes, let alone be able to hold a intellectual conversation. Just doesn't happen. People who have studied extensively at university, people who have the gift of the gab, suddenly, no, they don't have that anymore. And there's a certain uglification that goes along with the drugging because a person suddenly looks dull. Their body puffs up because it's reacting to the chemicals, which the chemicals cause the body to be allergic. You know what I mean? People are able to withstand having these kind of chemicals in their bodies without reacting in most horrible ways. So how does a person in a situation like that, what do they do to escape a regime like this, where everybody around them is saying, oh, this is medicine, this is care, this is help, and the person knows it isn't. But when they speak up about it, they're then told, oh, there's something wrong with you. Because to not agree to the treatment, to say you don't want it, that apparently is a sign of, but psychiatrists have this loopy thinking whereby they say, oh, that shows you a sign that you're unwell, that you don't agree to the treatment. Who would agree to being shut down and shut up? Who would agree to that? Nobody wants that. No one wants their intellect shut down. No one wants to not be able to walk, not be able to stay awake, not be able to think. Nobody wants their tongue moving everywhere around or their muscles twitching horribly. Nobody wants to be shut down and shut up. And when a person is innocent of crime or has been assaulted, why the hell would you do that to a person? I don't think there's any justification for enslaving a human as a laboratory specimen. There's no justification for it. It's just got to be stopped.